The young boy was severely injured by an unexploded bomb. Fortunately, a skilled surgeon managed to save his life. However, as the surgery was nearing its end, they ran out of skin grafts for the transplant. The doctor asked if anyone would be willing to donate skin for the boy. Only a child's skin could save his life now, since adult skin would likely cause rejection. While children's skin has incredible regenerative abilities, even if a piece is removed, it grows back quickly. But none of the parents present were willing to let their own children take that risk. They all turned down the doctor's request. That's when a black teenager stepped forward, volunteering to donate his own skin to help the injured boy. However, the surgical assistant pointed out that the teenager's skin tone was too different from the boy's. The graft would look completely mismatched. But the doctor angrily scolded his assistant, reminding him that the boy's life was hanging by a thread. The skin graft surgery began. The doctor carefully removed a piece of skin from the teenager's chest and placed it on the injured boy's face. After the operation, the black teen visited the boy's hospital room to say he was being discharged. This experience had inspired him to become a doctor himself when he grew up, so he could save more people suffering from illness. The boy felt the exact same way, and just like that, the two made a promise to each other. From that day forward, the boy threw himself into intensive rehabilitation. When the bandages were finally removed from his face, he looked at the skin his friend had given him and was moved to tears. Years later, the boy had fully recovered and returned to school, only to learn that his black friend had already moved abroad with his parents to continue his education. Determined to keep their promise, the boy studied relentlessly and got into the most prestigious medical school. He never stopped searching for any trace of his friend, but couldn't find a single lead, until one day, Black Jack arrived in a coastal country where a massive factory was continuously polluting the surrounding waters. Residents were marching in the streets in protest. That's when Black Jack spotted a familiar figure in the crowd, but before they could recognize each other, the chaotic crowd swept them apart. Just as Black Jack was wondering how to find him again, his friend called. They arranged to meet at the Ferris wheel. It turned out his friend had already heard that Black Jack had become a doctor, and he had become one too, except he was treating the Earth itself. While modern cities kept getting built bigger and more spectacular, it was all just an illusion. The ozone layer was being destroyed, rainforests were shrinking, and Earth had been devastated by humanity. His current mission was to blow up that factory that had polluted the entire coastline. Just like how Black Jack surgically removes tumors from cancer patients, the cancers inside Earth had to be eliminated too. Black Jack begged his friend to find another way, because destroying the factory would kill more innocent people, but his friend believed this was the only way to make people understand how serious the environmental crisis really was. Two people who had shared the same dream ultimately chose different paths. Black Jack never saw him again after that. A few months later, Black Jack actually saw news about his friend on TV. He had gone through with his plan to bomb the factory, but the operation failed, and he was killed by military gunfire. Black Jack's whole body trembled as he touched the left side of his face. He would definitely treasure this piece of skin forever, and he would always remember that his friend was a hero who gave his life for the planet.